Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fish in the Midwest. Out here on Round Lake again. Got out here really early so we could do some jig fishing at night. First fish of the day, throwing that Punisher. What was it, 1/8 ounce I think jig. And I just tipped that with a little, the claws are gone on it, but I was tipping that with a little Outdoor Advantage Pro Crawl right there. So you can see the little claw hanging off, that's what's left of it. And I was dipping that in some Spike It. And that's a nice way to start off the day right there. Early on in the morning, it's still dark out. This is the way to get them. A lot of guys will throw the buzz bait, top water, throw the jig, and you're set. Put her on the scale real quick, and I'll get back to you guys. Stay tuned. And what we're doing right now, guys, is we're looking for some weeds, and kind of just looking for like a 10-foot to kind of 15-foot range of water depth, and then kind of seeing where that weed edge sits. If it's sitting right at the bottom, kind of right in the middle, or right on top. We're really looking for the weed edge to be right in the middle. And Kyle's switching off with a wacky rig, and I'm throwing the jig, and he's going off with a frog too. So we're just trying to pinpoint these fish. I mean, they're all around us right now. So I mean, we're kind of in the vicinity of where these fish are feeding. But a big thing is, a lot of people don't understand that fish will feed a lot at night, especially smallmouth. Largemouth too, as you saw right back there. But it's hot out during the day, and in clear lakes like Round Lake, they're not going to want to get so active and hang out and start busting on bluegill and shad when the water temps are that hot. So, again, they'll tend to feed once it starts getting darker out. So evening to early morning, when you can really find those fish. But it's just a really cool way to get at them, Jigs, spinner baits, top water, a couple of really great ways to get them too. And another thing to take into consideration as well is fishing clear water like this. If you got blurred blue skies, that sunlight's shining right down on that water too. Fish don't have eyelids. The only really natural way they can get away from that sunlight and into shade is if they go deeper or hide under limbs and things like that. That's why you'll catch a lot of fish under docks and in tree limbs and in grass clumps during the summertime, is because they're trying to escape that heat just like we do. But that's a perfect example of how they can feed really heavily too. That fish was really aggressive. Came back, took the claws off of it once, and came back again. But using these little small jigs like this, little hair jigs, just good enough. A lot of guys use the silicone ones. Those ones work too, but I find that hair jigs are a pretty good way to go, just because smaller, more compact. Fish key in on them, I think, a little bit better when they're looking above that grass. It's just a really cool way to go. It's a fun way to catch them too, using a 6'6" rod, 8-pound fluorocarbon, using Sunline Sniper, and really sensitive setup, but just an awesome way to go. And then we're using those Outdoor Advantage Pro Crawls. We're just cutting them in half and dipping in a little bit of Spike It, just to get those claws flaring and just a little bit of garlic on them. But again, that was the first fish of the day, but we were getting a lot of other bumps beforehand. So we're just kind of focusing. Again, darker colors as well. Darker color jigs, always good. Blacks, blues, purples. Those are probably the three better colors that show up when it's darker out like this. As the sun starts to come up, I'll switch to maybe like a peanut butter and jelly, something like that, PB&J, pumpkin color jig, and just go from there for the most part. But kind of how the bites have been so far.